Hello everyone, what's up everyone? This is Mirage Invader here, tracking Major Hurricane Iota right now, a Category 5 hurricane in the Atlantic. Today is November 16th, 2020. The time right now is 7:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at FS Rec News headquarters. We're currently tracking the Category 5 catastrophic Hurricane Iota. Right now, a Category 5 hurricane in the Central Caribbean as we speak. Right now, as we're watching Hurricane Iota, here's the latest update. 7 p.m. EST advisory 14A. Maximum swing width at 160 miles or 140 knots right now. It's at 918 millibars right now. It's located at 13.6 north, 83.0 west. Movement is at west at 8 knots or 9 miles. Right now, looking at the latest details on Hurricane Iota right now coming in right now. So yes, we do have a development. If you didn't notice, we do have a 40% chance of cyclone formation next 5 days. A new area of low pressure could form in a couple of days over the central or southwestern Caribbean Sea. Natural conditions are forecast to be conducted for some development, and a tropical depression could form by the end of the week while the system moves slowly westward or west southwestward across the southwestern Caribbean Sea. Right now, as we're watching, low chances near 0% 48 hours. Formation chances for the next 5 days are medium right now at 40%. Now let's talk about Hurricane Iota, a Category 5 hurricane right now, to remain a catastrophic Category 5 hurricane when it approaches the coast of Niagara tonight. Extreme winds and life-threatening storm surge are expected along portions of the coast of northeastern Niagara, where a hurricane warning is in effect right now. Heavy rainfall, we're expecting life-threatening flash flooding and river flooding across portions of Central America. Flooding in most places in Honduras and Nicaragua could be exacerbated by Hurricane Ida's recent effects there, resulting in significant to potentially catastrophic impacts down in with Hurricane associated with Hurricane Iota after Hurricane Ida's recent effects there. So we're closely monitoring Hurricane Iota right now. We've seen winds up to 165 miles earlier today. Category 5 hurricane. We got surprised when we got Category 5, which was ruled out to be Category 5. We expected this to be Category 5, and we knew it was going to be Category 5. So right now, it's about to interact with land sea. It's near landfall right now, and the system is expected to enter the Pacific, and we could have another hurricane going on with Hurricane Iota. So you see, it's going to make landfall over the New Jersey area. We got hurricane warnings from Honduras extending up to New Jersey, and we have tropical warnings for Nigeria all the way from the Honduras. You got tropical warnings here in the islands here, and it's expected to track right as a major hurricane. Seems to be a tropical storm, and maybe all the models could say it could be entering the Pacific as we're closely watching. You see a big wind field. We got big wind field for a Category 5 hurricane right here. Big wind field we're watching for a Category 5. You can see the wind field and the major hurricane. We're watching closely as we're watching. The wind speed probabilities are high right here in this area, which is mostly up New Jersey. And this is the same area where Hurricane Ida hit a few weeks ago, and now it's impacting this area again. Surprisingly, it's hitting this area again right now as we're speaking. Full forecast. Earliest reasonable time arrival of tropical force winds and most likely times are right here. Now let's get focused to what's going on, the models, and what we're tracking. So here's a satellite imagery of Hurricane Iota right now. You can see the eye in the center is about to make landfall soon. We're closely monitoring the hurricane right now as we're speaking. Now I can't do a live stream since if you do not remember, I made a video a few weeks ago. Yeah, it was last month. I did a video on my copyright strike. I can't do a live stream for 90 days, so it's gonna take time before I do another live stream. So I'm sorry, but hopefully these videos can get you updated and posted on what's going on with Hurricane Iota. I would probably do like one more video tonight or two more. But I would probably do one more update tonight on Hurricane Iota. So here's the center of Hurricane Iota trying to make landfall right now. As you can see, the eye was entering land as we speak. It's about to make landfall very soon. As you can see, the center is right here as we speak. As you can see, it's closely monitoring and it's moving in the coast right now. So the center is about right here. Right here. This is where the center is right now. As we're watching, this is at 25Z Right now, you can see the center is located right here, about to make landfall, really close to landfall right now. Clear eye wall, good eye wall we're watching as we're watching with her association with Hurricane Iota. We're closely watching on going on in this region. So, let me see if we can get this up. So here's the visible Goal 16, Hurricane Iota, satellite imagery. You can see clear eye for all we're watching as it nears landfall. Really good eye wall. Clear eye wall as it nears interacts with land. We'll be watching catastrophic flooding and wind damage going on in storm surge. We're watching that very closely as it nears landfall. So everyone should be on the lookout here in the Honduras and the Niagara area as we're closely monitoring these areas. Here's a water vapor very close to landfall as it nears, and we'll be giving you the models and updates as it continues to come in right now from the National Hurricane Center. New updates are coming in right now. Here are the models right here, the short wave, when you can see clearly, you can see the eye wall is about to make landfall soon. A few miles, about 50, 60 miles off land right now. But the eye wall should make landfall later on tonight as we're watching it. Now let's get to the forecast models right now. The aircraft recon data, that's the most important thing as we're watching with the pressure dropping and the winds are increasing. So here's what we're watching. A really low pressure drop right there. As you see, as the hurricane hunters are entering the eye of Hurricane Iota, really low pressure drop as we're watching it right now around the eye. This is what we're watching in this area. Really low pressure drop to expect at 9:29:19. They recorded 9:19 of the hurricane pressure drop with hurricane association with Hurricane Iota near the eye. So the lowest pressure drop is at 9:19 right now. So far, we're watching that data coming in from the Hurricane Hunters recon. So here's mission number 7. The latest Hurricane Hunter's mission is finished. You see really low pressure drop. 919 still. We had not seen 918, 917 pressure drop yet. But we're still watching those recon data coming in right now. But that's really low pressure drop. Still a 919 millbar pressure drop right now from the Hurricane Hunters aircraft data as we're watching it. So let's get into what's going on right now. So let's get into the models right now in the current storm. So here's the Global Plus hurricane models. We're watching a Hurricane Iota right here, and is expected to enter these areas right here, the Honduras, the Niagara areas. Then it could be a tropical storm and depression, like right here. Possible we could see a depression. Then the system could be a tropical storm again to the warmer waters here in the Pacific, and it could enter the Pacific hurricane area, and we could see a hurricane in the Pacific. So Iota could be a Pacific hurricane too, as it crosses over into that region. So as for watching intensity guidance, it should be de-strengthening on land as it be a tropical storm really quickly. It should be back to tropical storm strength. And as it enters the Pacific, we could see a tropical storm or Category 1 hurricane possible as we're just watching. But we're watching very closely with the models in the center as we're watching. But let's just go to the hurricane models right now. And that's just the main story we're watching. So let's get close to Hurricane Iota 31L. Here's the Hurricane Iowa pressure at 908 on the GFS model. Here's the clear Iowa. Really close to landfall. Really close to landfall. Catastrophic damage expected. We're getting lightning strikes around the eye of Iota. We're just watching. It's really close to landfall right now. Really close. We're just watching it, and it should make landfall later on tonight as it nears landfall. As we're clearly watching, it's about to interact land at 3Z right now this week. Probably tomorrow, Tuesday, November 17th, the morning of November 17th, probably in the morning hours of 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. That's when we're expecting Iota to make landfall. So it's going to be a couple hours before we see Hurricane Iota to make landfall as a strong and catastrophic Category 5 hurricane. As it nears landfall, it's going to be a major hurricane still. Then before quickly it'll turn to hurricane and lose its strength to a tropical storm strength. Then it'll be later a depression. Then as it enters the Pacific, it's going to be a tropical storm again. Depression, it could be depression or tropical storm. But we're not seeing rolling out a Category 1 strength. So, but we could see one. But these models are a few days out, so we'll be watching on that too. as we closely monitor this area of development. Now let's go to Z850 models real quick. Let's see the models real here. Okay, so here's really strong winds with Hurricane Iota right now. Winds up to 160, 170, or 180 miles. You can see it's really near that strength right now. Really strong winds with Hurricane Iota as it makes landfall. As it makes landfall, we're expecting winds down to 170, 160, 150 miles. It could be a Category 4 at landfall, or Category 5 as a near land, and out on its land, and at land it could be a Category 3 or 4 when it's on land, and it could be back to tropical storm strength and later depression. As you can see on those model runs, we're closely monitoring. So here you can see on the another model run, you can see really big eye water, really clear eye wall, and really strong winds to make landfall. As the near landfalls and the Nardura areas in the Honduras, you can see clear eye wall we're watching with Hurricane Iota. So we're clearly watching those models right now, and we're just watching the worst of Hurricane Iota to devastate these areas. And I'm just feel bad for those areas because we got Hurricane Ada. Ada made landfall there. Now we got Hurricane Iota. Just remember, we made a forecast on that, and here we are again at the same locations. It has been a crazy year. 2020, we expect probably not a major hurricane. If that region I showed you, right, that development region here could be a major hurricane. We could see our seventh major hurricane of the 2020 season, which will be a tie for 2005. But I know it's 2005. It's crazy season. We expect more storms throughout November and maybe December, possibly December, because we see signs in November. No, December, we could rule out another storm there. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a major hurricane in December. This is really warm waters we're watching. So 2020 has been crazy after just watching it. So yeah. Let me see. Okay, so here's the cellular imagery we're watching as it nears landfall. Clear eye wall right now. And this is what it should look like a few hours later at 06Z during the morning hours and should be become a depression type storm right here. Really big blob right here. And later it should be a depression as it enters the Pacific. So this is like the simulated IR4 satellite what it should look like later on we're watching with Iota. So let's go into Western Atlantic here. You can see Iota right here to make landfall right there with projection. So Iota should take this path like so Iota should take this path like right here. There should continue on this area. There should head and the Mars should say it should head out to sea right here. And I remember Hurricane Ada. This took a different path. It made landfall like a few miles off, but it took this path to like turn here. I think it turned and Hurricane Ada just head out right here into Cuba. Then I think it hit the Key West. Then it came back here and hit these areas. Then went off the coast. So that's where Hurricane Ada. So this is where Ada path is. What's different? But thank God Florida's lucky we're not seeing a hurricane for Ada. But that's Ada's path. You can see this is um Iota's path right here, as you can see. But this is Ada's path right here, and this is Iota's path. So it's different paths. But we're just lucky Florida and Cuba is not going to get impacted again. But these areas are going to be hit hard in association with Iota. So we just got to be careful as it comes in landfall. We just got to watch out for those areas. And they need to be careful and be on guard for really crazy stuff to go out in the Honduras and the Narjara areas. So let's see sea surface temperatures right now. Really warm waters where Iota is. So estimating Iota is probably right here. This is where Hurricane Iota is right now. As it makes landfall, looks like it's gonna really be warm waters in this area, but in the Pacific, not a lot of warm waters. But 29 degrees Celsius is really warm, as it's using all the ocean content up. Using all the ocean content, we'll take all the content up and bring it in the hurricane. That's why it's strengthening. Ada. So imagine Ada. Ada didn't have enough time to use enough ocean's content, enough water to strengthen. So since it's moving fast, Ada didn't have enough time to use all of the ocean's content, like all that warm water, into a major hurricane, like Category 5. But It's unofficial Category 5, but we saw it's Category 5, so it did have enough time, actually, to be a Category 5, but it was like a few minutes it was Category 5, then National Hurricane Center says Category 4. Now, with Hurricane Iota, it took all its time and used all the ocean's energy and content, and it became a Category 5. It's official first Category 5 season, but Ada could be our first if after the season, they will be checking on that on Ada to reveal it will be if it was a Category 5 after the after postseason. We'll be watching if Ada could be our first season, but Ada is our official and Ada is unofficial Category 5 first unofficial Category 5 season, while Iota becomes our first official Category 5 of the season. So you see, now any chances of likely we could see a December hurricane, it will be likely in this area. This will be the active area, less winter area, and you can see this area will be the likeliest active area for the November season. This is the likeliest area where we could see development of more December storms and the rest of November storms would be likely in the development of this area. Why? We got warm waters. We got warm waters right here. You can see this warm waters right here. Sorry. So we got warmer waters in this area. Warm waters, you can see it's 29 degrees, 28, 29, and they're 30 right there. You see these are 29, 28 degrees. Really warm waters in this area, while these areas are a little bit warm. But in this area, it's not that warm, so we're not just seeing a lot of development, but could likely see some development. But most likely, more development will happen in this area. Maybe some development in this area, but not likely rolling out. But some development in this area or in this area, we could see some development in December, but likely this area, let's cross that out, likely this area could see a lot of development. 100% likely we could see more storms from this area. Major hurricanes from this area is likely, as you see signs in November, in October, we already know this area is really high likely for tropical development. Warm waters, less wind shear, you can see they're warm. But these are cold waters here, so this is the colder region, while the warm waters will be sticking around this area. So you can see this is where we're likely to see that development in December will be happening in that area. So that is all for Invader's nightly news and weather forecast for November 16th, 2020. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and thank you for watching. I'll have a new update on Hurricane Iota as new updates come out from the FS Rick News Hurricane Central Center here at the FS Rick News headquarters. I'm Meteorologist Invader. Thank you for watching Invader's nightly news and weather forecast for November 16th, 2020. It's currently 7:55 p.m. EST, and we're ending this video now. Thank you for watching, guys, and stay tuned. Like, subscribe, and share. Stay tuned for more weather news updates here from the Invader's Weather Center. Stay safe, guys, and thanks for watching, guys. That is all for Invaders Weather News coverage for Invaders Not News Weather Forecast. Stay tuned for our video out later tonight. I'm your Invader. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this update for November 16th, 2020. See you guys next video. Bye, guys.